At O'Hare Airport. You're getting ready to head out of town. Thanks so much for joining us on the phone, first of all.
Sure, thanks for having me.
So when you get there, what's your first, what are you expecting? What's your first line of business?
Well, I have to go to Red Cross headquarters and get processed and get my assignment to meet with the mental health team. I would imagine either in Guanica or Jauco or Ponce, which are the hardest hit areas of the island.
Yeah, we have had some intel on Ponce and Guanica from a Chicago resident who has been kind enough to share those stories with us. Have you heard anything specific with regard to how people are living? I've heard that some 8,000 residents are in some 40 shelters, although I hear the lights are back on for most of Puerto Rico. What's the need right now there?
Well, the need is shelter because they don't have enough shelter. There are people still living in tents. They can't go back into their homes. Their children, they can't go back to their schools. And, there's a desperate need for mental health services, which is why I've been deployed. This is 2 years after Hurricane Maria.
Right.
Families are just recovering psychologically, and here their lives, their safety is threatened again. And it's just not a one-day event. As you said, 1,000 tremors have occurred since the beginning of January.
Well, clearly that is distress. It's very stressful for the families that are dealing with this, especially the children, because adults, we kind of know what's going on, but the kids, they see everything in shambles. They can't go into their homes in some of these cases. What's your concern about the children there?
Well, again, as you say, the children don't understand. And I think that what happens is, again, families want to be close, keep their children close to them. It's hard to explain when it's a natural disaster or give a child assurance that we're going to be okay when no one knows that. And so they're very much at risk to become symptomatic in terms of anxiety and unable to sleep, and certain behaviors that would indicate the stress that these children are going through, and also their families.
Yeah, and we're almost out of time, Ida. And there's abject poverty, too. Now, we know the government is releasing $8 billion in relief aid. That just came out yesterday. As far as the Red Cross and your mission, how long will you be there? What's your goal while you're there? Quickly.
The goal for me, I'll be there 10 days, and my goal is to meet with families of children, work with them in terms of trying to stabilize, do crisis intervention, and also to support the on-the-ground volunteers that have been there for several weeks already.
All right. Well, we wish you great success there. A lot of Puerto Ricans here in Chicago do as well. I know that. Thanks so much for joining us on the telephone.
Okay. Muchas gracias.